afternoon, and welcome to our third virtual town hall. We are certainly looking forward to the day when we can meet together in person again, but until then, we're grateful for technology so that we can stay connected. I'm Janet Gott, Mayor of Denison, and this is Donna Dow, our Main Street Director. Today, we're going to be talking about all things downtown. Now, you're going to see a lot of excitement and passion at this table. Donna, I know it would be unfair to ask you what's your favorite downtown project, but for our viewers today, maybe you could tell us what's your current favorite downtown project?
Well, that would be our Streetscape project, which we call D3, or Designing Downtown Denison.
Yes, and Donna, our vision for D3 started in 2016, called Vision 2020. And here we are, and it's almost 2021. Our streetscape is designed to be experienced and enjoyed. There'll be ambient lighting, green spaces, places together, interactive water features, even places to sit and just people watch. Or, Donna, they could have an award-winning cup of coffee from one of our coffee houses on Main Street. Above the street is intended to provide enjoyment and attract shoppers to our historic downtown. Below the street, what you'll find is an infrastructure that's 100+ years old. We have old water and sewer systems, and the replacement of this system will position us for the future and the growth that is coming. We intentionally started phase 1 on the east end of our streetscape so that we could address the stormwater issues. What you might say is that we're starting where all the problems exist, and we're moving toward what's to be enjoyed and seen every single day after it's complete. You know, Donna, ADA compliance on our Main Street has been a long journey, and we didn't quite get there. But with our curbless design of our streetscape, we will be 100% ADA accessible. All 8 blocks of our historic Main Street can be enjoyed by all, regardless of their abilities. Donna, one of the most frequently asked questions I get, and I'm sure you do too, is how are we going to pay for D3? The one thing we need to always remember from the beginning is that it does not come out of our city operating budget. A city has all kinds of financing tools for economic development, and for this particular project, we determined that we would establish a TIRZ, a tax increment reinvestment zone. And you finance the project by diverting future property tax revenue that is paid only by the property owners within that TIRZ boundary. So in 2015, we established a base value for the properties in the TIRZ, and any property tax revenue realized from increased property values, and in this case, 75% of this will go into a special bucket of money to pay for this project. And as a side note, the county also is participating by putting 50% of this increased tax revenue into that same special bucket of money. So, because of all the investment that's happening on Main Street, the property values are way ahead of schedule, and the TIRZ is performing very, very well. So we are excited about the beginning of this project. So Donna, this streetscape is a huge step for our city. Why don't you talk about the community involvement that we're all so excited about?
Well, I do love talking about that, and it's something that we take very seriously. We don't want to take lightly any of the actions that are going to happen for our new streetscape. And something that we began with was citizen involvement. And we had over 90 people that attended our first public meeting, and it continued from there. We started with 2 weeks in 2016. The first was in October, and we had the public meeting and then focus groups. And Tool Design, who is designing our project, came and visited with different focus groups all day long. You know, one we had a group of ministers, one we had youth and some younger people, and students from the high school and, business owners, property owners, investors. And so we just went all across the gamut and got a lot of involvement, because as we do with many of our projects, we want the very best project. We want to hear from a lot of people. And so that was just a pleasure being able to watch that and to see those people staying involved through the whole project, because that's something that I was tasked with early on, is keeping people informed. And I know that it was conveyed to me that was going to be a challenge, and so we knew from the start. We tried to do that with frequent emails, anything that related to the project. We just tried to keep people updated so they would feel engaged in the project. I think the best way that we could convey how the citizens were involved is a story that the mayor's going to tell about back-end parking.
Well, Donna, you know that we love Chris and all the tool design team, but back-end parking was just not for Denison, Texas. When the concept of the Streetscape was presented, everything was lost except the plan for back-end parking. So I remember clearly our first meeting after I became mayor, and it took about 30 seconds to send the message to remove back-end parking from the design. And I'm pretty sure, Donna, that our acceptance level for the Streetscape went up tremendously after that meeting.
Well, it was a controversial topic, but we got past that because you didn't leave any room for any doubt that we were not going to have back-end parking. And so I think that we can start transitioning from the whole streetscape. The mayor mentioned eight blocks, to the part that we're going to undertake right now. And so that is going to be the area from the railroad tracks on the east to Rusk on the west. And that is what we're calling Phase 1. It also includes the alleys on the north of Main Street and the south. And as the mayor mentioned, it will include infrastructures. We'll be going from building phase to building phase. And so it will be complete, and we are building that infrastructure for years to come. So Mayor, would you like to tell us about all the other exciting developments that are going on in downtown?
I'd love to, Donna. In 2016, we said, build it and they will come. We meant shoppers and investors alike. But the streetscape has not even begun, and they're already here. Two major projects that are bringing lots of excitement to our Main Street. Our historic Katy Depot has been purchased by a major investor, and the plan is to restore it to its historic splendor. It will be the anchor of the east end of our streetscape, and the plans include retail, restaurants, and high-end office space on the bottom floor, and 20-plus residential lofts on the second and third floors. We are so excited about what this is going to do for our community. This is a multi-million-dollar investment in one of our historic buildings. And the other very exciting project is the Travelers Hotel is under contract, and there are great plans for her future, including restoration to her original glory. There will be an upscale restaurant on the bottom floor, a unique bar and lofts, or a boutique hotel on the upper floors. This project is going to bring such value to our community and will be the beginning of a new phase for Main Street going east from the depot. We are so grateful for local investors who see the historic value of this building and also see how bright the future is for Denison. Construction will start very soon. These are just two of the major projects that are going on, so stay tuned because there's more to come. So Donna, at one time there was a lot of fear about the construction of the streetscape. Why don't you share how we're going to support our businesses through this, shall we say, a challenging time?
I think that would accurately describe it, Mayor. Well, we have been working for some time on this, and we need your help. we want you to continue doing business with your friends and neighbors. It's going to look a little bit different. It's going to look like you might not be able to get there. But we've got some great signage planned that we think will help guide you to the location of the businesses. We're going to have parking areas that will help you. We've also been working really hard on alley access. So Denison Development Foundation has helped us with alley access grants so the business owners can redo their back doors and improve their entrances. And we've been working on public art in the alleys, and it's all been a lot of fun, but we want to make sure that everybody can enjoy it during this time. We want the walk, if you have to go through the back door, we want that to be a pleasant journey for you. So we're asking you to pay attention to the signage, and also we're going to be doing a lot of communication during this time. And so just stay tuned, watch the city's website, the city's Facebook page, and we'll keep you posted on the status. But just rest assured, you will be able to do business with your friends and neighbors during this time. That's of utmost importance because our downtown would just be so much less without all those friendly faces that we get to see every day. And so we need the public's help to get us through this time. I think you're going to be very pleased when we get to the other side of it. And then we'll go on to the next phase. And we have, our duty is to keep everybody informed during that time. But you know, we've had some exciting news this last year when we've been planning for this. And Mayor, would you like to tell us about the Great American Main Street Award?
I would, Donna. GAMSA, the Great American Main Street Award. Did you know that we were one of only 8 semifinalists across the entire nation? We have always known, Donna, that we had something special and unique, but to be recognized by someone whose business it is to evaluate Main Street was wonderfully validating. We did not win the award, but we're still a winner, and we have a great story to tell. Just look at how much has happened since we told our story in 2019. So we piqued their interest, we got their attention, and we will revisit GAMSA in 2021 because a winner we intend to be. So what's next? We begin construction on Phase 1. And then what? Phase 2, of course. Providing all the financing works as planned, we will begin the design of Phase 2 in early 2021, ready to begin construction as soon as Phase 1 is complete. Our dream for the future is to move the streetscapes seamlessly up Main Street until it's complete. So Donna, the D3 project came right out of Vision 2020, and here we are. It's almost 2021. So what do you see as plans for our future?
Well, I think we need to get busy planning for the next 10 years. And again, that's where we need everyone's help. We are doing a survey right now, and we need your input. We could sit at our desk and we could determine what we think that the needs for Denison are for the next 10 years, but it would be so much better if we have everyone's input. It's going to take you about 20 minutes of your time, and for that investment, we're going to be giving some gift certificates away to random people that are drawn that participate in our survey. But let me just express how much better it's going to be because we have a wide variety of input. If you shop downtown, if you don't shop downtown, we want to know why. And we want to know all the thoughts you have because that's where we're going to get some tidbits that could help make our downtown even greater because we don't want to be just average. We want to win that GAMSA award, and it is going to happen. So to do that, we need to get you involved in our email list. We send out a weekly list of activities, and we keep everyone apprised of all the fun things that are going on downtown. That includes some public events that we do, and they've had to be modified this year to be safe, but we have a lot of great business activities that are going on too. And so we want you to continue to do business downtown, to keep downtown at your forefront, and remember the e-commerce that our businesses have available, because that's another way you can help out. So send me your email address. It's ddow@cityofdenison.com, and I will make sure you're connected and can help us with that survey. We'll really appreciate it. So, Mayor, it's been good talking about downtown today, our favorite subject.
It is. And we're fortunate that we have our Main Street. If a city has a Main Street and it isn't thriving, then the city is dying. Our historic Main Street is the heartbeat of our community, and it is what makes us special and unique. There are so many exciting things going on in our community, but you can be assured it's being led by our historic downtown. So come see us, shop local, frequent our wonderful new restaurants, and don't forget to create a hallmark moment at Denison on Ice. I hope you joined us for the parade on Thursday. It was different because of the pandemic, but it was spectacular just the same. So we'll be doing this again. Watch our Facebook page for the time and the date. Please remain safe, and from all of us here, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a better New Year.